Aloha, namaste, songbird. I as we here with you again on another day. That's what we say, helping you keep free of free. That's right, because I as we, and it's tight. Well, today's talk is just going to flow from the heart, like always. And I thought we'd talk about a few of the traits that someone who really wants to advance spiritually in recognition of their soul and realization of the attainless goal, which truly is attained because it already is. Well, I thought I'd talk to you about a few of the things that are really important. Okay, so if you've studied the infinite way, you know that Joel used to teach about impersonalization and nothingization. And this is true for all the true teachings in the world. If you want to make progress, you must learn how to impersonalize error. It's like looking at 2 times 2 equals 5. It's not personal, that lie, that suggestion that it's the true answer, but there's only one correct answer in that question, which is 2 times 2 equals 4. But see, all those other numbers, every other number in existence arises as an impersonal, universal suggestion that there could be 2 answers, 2 powers, 2 presences, 2 awarenesses. There's only one answer, and the answer is infinite one. And that answer is impersonal and universal as well, because love is impersonal and universal. Love, what does it say in the Bible? The rain falls on the just and the unjust. That's right. Impersonal, unconditioned. Okay, so the condition is impersonality. And that's what you're learning. You're setting down your personality to be familiar with the impersonality that is the infinite one, that is the unitive state, the singular I. So impersonalizing the error as well as the truth is very, very important. You can't take things personally either, right? Like emotionally and mentally, you have to be the observer, adopt the perspective of the observer or the all-powerful director, not trying to guide a power, but being the observer, watching and allowing it to be guided through your open awareness. As we empty out of all the errors, it fills with the light and the love, right? You can't fill a cup that's already full. And impersonalizing is a really quick and effective way of experiencing divine love, the divine love which always has met and always will meet every human need when realized, and also how to impersonalize the error, the challenges to your sovereignty and dominion, which is innate, which you have inherited. You know, it speaks very clearly in Paul's writings in the Bible how we have attained an inheritance of eternal life. And you know, that's a thing for Christians. If you leave Jesus on the cross, actually his name is Yeshua, you don't give him the crown of overcoming death, right? And he's not the only one. If you look back in other scriptures, you will find that many have demonstrated over death. In fact, even modern Christian Science practitioners in the last 200 years, or Infinite Way practitioners, or Buddhists, monks and lamas, or Taoists, you know, or Hindus, Advaita Vedanta, you know, there are, you know, the Sikhs. I often don't talk about the Sikh religion, but the Sikhs, you know, Nanak and Shankaracharya, that is an amazingly beautiful Hindu teaching, and it is so clear and absolute, and you can find, you know, community and music there as well. Satnam Kaur, she's an amazing singer. So impersonalize the error, impersonalize the truth, right? If I want my divinity, I must give it to my enemy. Yeah, the truth is true for one and all, whether they realize it or not. Okay. Now, another thing that we have to learn is detachment. And if you have a large family and lots of friends and stuff, you're going to find it hard to detach. Now, I'm not speaking of spiritual isolationism. That is not good for anyone. But you must go out and be alone. You must be in the world but not of it. And serving the group soul, the ultimate goal, right? So we must detach from our actions. The Bhagavad Gita is so good about this. Be not attached to your actions nor the results of your actions. If you are acting from your heart, you are acting from your highest place. That is the best decision you can make in the moment. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you make a mistake or a misstep or a misread, then you turn around, you forgive yourself, and you try again. Okay, and it's also a trying that's not trying. It's an allowing. It's a letting. Let it be. Right? What does that mean? Letting, allowing. Love is a verb of allowing, right? Allowing the light to shine through your mind to gain perspective. But we must be detached from the world, and we must be detached from our actions. We must not serve the little personal ego. We must serve the one ego, the infinite, invisible, eternal source, substance, and law of all beingness. Beingness itself. Beyond subject or object, beyond duality or personality. It is your impersonality. So we must detach. Sometimes we must go out and be alone, like Yeshua was in the desert for 40 days being tempted. I'm sure he did that several times, going out to be alone to meditate, but he always came back and served. It's the same with Siddhartha Gautama, Shakyamuni Buddha. He also was an ascetic for many years, and he almost died because of it. And he realized you can't be so detached, that your ordinary or your natural state of awareness is the divine awareness. And a little girl with a bowl of rice helped him realize that, right? So you're not told to suffer, although it would appear they're suffering, but really it's about the ending of suffering, the seeing its temporal nature, and that it's all comes through the mind, and the body uses the mind as well. You must take control of your body and not let it tell you what to do. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about there. Okay, so it's a day-to-day thing, but detachment and impersonality are very important. And then to nothingize the lie. If it isn't of the divine, if it isn't of what is and always will be and always has been, then it's just a temporal rising and subsiding of a empty phenomenal realm. And if you look at everything in this realm that's not sentient, which means aware of its own being, then it's an empty phenomenon. And you see that even in chemistry. It shows you that pretty much everything you see materially is really empty. It's more space than it is matter. Now, you don't have to get rid of the relative world. There is the absolute and the relative, but you sit in the center, knowing both, remaining detached from the relative and impersonalizing the absolute, so that the I that is we can extend through your view and project a more heavenly dream for you, right? Because your mind is a quantum holographic projector, and your awareness is the director, the observing director, the all-powerful, all-knowing, all-presence, all-activity. Remember, everything together, all included, is infinite one. That's the only number, that's the only sum I've told you before. It's all in why 2 times 2 is 4. There are principles that govern the universe. They govern math, they govern music, they govern awareness, right? And these higher principles can become reality for us. If we are sincere, we will become clear. But we must impersonalize the error and the truth. We must nothingize the error as power or presence or awareness. It's just a suggestion. All error, all evil is a choice to believe a constantly arising suggestion to your mind that there's anything other than all. There's more than all. God, your I amingness, is all. There is no more. You cannot add to perfection. You cannot subtract from perfection. You cannot divide perfection. But as we see with Yeshua and the loaves and the fishes, you can multiply perfection. And remember, real teachers use parables, use metaphors, because the truth ultimately can't be spoken or thought. But you have to be able to present a picture in someone's mind to help them see. Because that's what we're doing here. We're learning to see why and how I is we. So I'm going to continue to be doing the videos of who, what, why, where, how, and when, like any good reporter should do. Today was a little side thing. If you are getting something from this, I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, share. This is a small little channel. I'm not trying to be famous or anything. I just really want to serve the soul, because do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Wisdom is the true treasure of this world. And once we find wisdom, we have to share it. And now I'm not calling myself wise in my own eyes, don't get me wrong, but I really appreciate the wisdom of the masters and the teachers and the elders and the artists that have come before us. And there's, they gave their energy to all of us so that we could be peace, so that we could know freedom as our true identity and know peace as our sovereign right. We give away our dominion. And remember, your kingdom is not of this world. The same things that the masters say are true of them are true of you. There is no difference. 1 and 1 is 1. Right? Infinite one. So that's all we're going to do today. I just had a little something to say for you so that the light can shine through and you begin to see why I is we. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world today. Don't take it personally. Impersonalize that error. The best thing you can do for the country. And you can also get out in the streets. You can stand up for what's right. Right now, the national parks are under attack. Elderly are under attack. All our social services and programs. The robber barons, the aristocrats are changing everything. And people are going to need to stand up. But remember, must impersonalize. We must impersonalize the lie. Even though it appears to be a Trump or a Musk or whoever, that's just their choice to personalize error. You are the power that can impersonalize it. Look at the demonstrations of the Master Yeshua. It's all there. And the ancients like Elijah and Elisha or Daniel or so many, okay? Even Abraham. You can find it. It's there because it's within you. And your heart chimes will ring as your mind sings the glorious tones of we once you begin to see. Okay, y'all. Love is you. And you, and you, and you, and you too, I see ya. And I is we. The living sacred trinity. Living free of free, because freedom is a concept. Get me yet? If I'm already freedom, what must I be free from? Being free and dumb. Ignorance. That's a shame. Don't get stuck in that personal game. Impersonalize, universalize, nothing eyes, and be clear. We got this, my dear.